Hey, what is up guys? My name is Oleg. Welcome to the channel. In this video I will do an unboxing of a Rolex Submariner Homage watch for only $17. It's a fully automatic watch, stainless steel, and as I said, I only bought it for $17. A little background for you. My friend told me about this website. It's called gearbest.com. It's one of those Chinese cheap electronics, ill-fitting clothes and watches websites. There's also wish.com, there's AliExpress, there's a whole bunch of them. Nevertheless, I went to this website, I looked at their flash sales section, and I saw Rolex Submariner Homage for only $17. I mean, the regular price wasn't that high, it was only $23, but I mean, for $17, I just had to buy it. I was very curious, so let's see what $17 Rolex Homage fully automatic watch actually looks like. Let's open up the box and get started. So this is the box that the watch ships in. I'm surprised to see an actual box. I thought it would be more of a plastic bag in an envelope situation, or maybe one of those small Vostok paper boxes, but it's an actual hefty box. It has some good weight to it, which tells me that the watch might have a good weight to it as well. Tevise logo at the top, some Chinese writing. I'm guessing it probably says Tevise, but in Chinese. Here we have the barcode, white and black. That's for white and black Rolex Submariner Homage, or a copy, whatever you choose to say, and made in China. All right, so here's the box itself. Again, Tevise logo at the top. I think they're pretty proud of their logo because it seems like they're putting their branding on everything. And let's open it up and see. Okay, so here's the actual watch. Wow, it has some good weight to it, actually. All right, so let's remove the pillow. Let's put the watch to the side. Let's see if there's anything else in the box. I don't see anything else. Actually, there are no warranty cards or any manuals or instructions or anything like that. Just Tevise logo on the inside of the box. That's about it. Have the cushion, and here's the watch itself. All right, so here's the watch itself. As you can see, it's wrapped in protective plastic. I'm not sure if the dial has plastic. Doesn't look like it does. Gotta tell you, the watch does have pretty good weight to it. Of course, it doesn't feel as solid as an actual Submariner would, or even as Omega or something like that, of course, because this watch was only $17, but it doesn't feel like a $17 watch. Let's see the bezel. Oh, all right, so now I'm starting to see some of the things that the corners were cut. Yeah, the bezel action is just awful. I mean, look at the play on the bezel. You can almost go 2-3 minutes back. And another thing, it doesn't feel very pleasant to your fingers when you turn. These teeth on the bezel are a little sharp, but maybe I'm just being a little too picky. Let's see if it aligns. It aligns somewhat well. We have the Cyclops for the date functionality. The watch is running, I guess from all the shaking that I did to it. Oh, and we have the display case back. Let's open up this bracelet here. A signed rotor, which is actually fairly impressive. I mean, they took the time to sign the rotor. It has a, of course, Chinese automatic movement. Again, automatic movement for $17. To be fair, I did buy this one during a flash sale, so once in a while I guess they have these flash sales where they're trying to get rid of inventory and they give you a great discount on the watch. I will actually link a link to this watch in the description below in case you're wondering and interested in taking a look at that. Maybe don't buy it yet. Wait for the full review. I will, as I do with all the watches that I purchase, I'll wear this one on my wrist for a week straight and then give you some of the positives, maybe some of the negatives for this watch.
But overall, just my first impressions are fairly positive. Again, I mean, for $17 US that I paid for this watch, it's an incredible deal. A lot of you will say, well, why don't you save up a little bit more money and buy a Seiko 5 or you know, a watch of that category, or a Casio or something like that. And yeah, those are valid points, but I mean, GearBest and these Chinese websites, they're not really designed for developed countries markets. They're not designed for North America, Australia, and England, and France, and so on. They're designed for kind of underdeveloped countries. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm from Ukraine, and when I was visiting Ukraine last summer, everybody was purchasing pretty much all their electronics, their watches, their a lot of their clothing even from these Chinese websites, because the salaries in Ukraine are very small. I mean, someone's making only about $200 per month, and that's a good salary. So of course you can't, you know, it's easy to say, well, why don't you save up money for a $200 watch? Well, that's a month salary. You know, that's, to them, that is like a like Omega semester or something like that to us. So for that money, I mean, yeah, that advice doesn't really apply, because saving up 5 times the amount that I paid for this watch to buy a Seiko 5, maybe not 5, 4 times as much to buy a Seiko 5 doesn't really apply, because why would they if they can get this and keep the money? And at other times it's just not possible. So again, these watches and these websites are not really designed to target developed countries where we have access to much better quality products, and we also have the salaries to afford these type of products. But I think it's still interesting to review and get these watches, because some of you might just not care. I mean, you know, who cares? It's just a watch. You wear it, and if it works for a couple of years and you throw it away, that's fine. You know, we live in this society, this culture where everything's very disposable, and perhaps you treat watches the same way. But actually, before I go, let me take off all this plastic wrap, and I'll give you a quick shot of what the watch looks like without any plastic. And then, as I said, in a future date, I'll do a full review. Okay, so here's the watch with all the plastic removed. There are a few more things that I noticed while removing the plastic. Let's start with the bracelet. The bracelet is actually not too bad. It's not the kind of bracelet that you would just expect on a $20 watch. Again, it's by no means great, but it's not as awful as I thought it would be. Clasp here, it does have a cheap feel to it. It's just pressed steel, and it does have a release mechanism with the button on the side. Also, we have Tevise logo on the clasp itself. Nice touch. The release mechanism feels fairly secure. I'm pulling on it quite hard, and it's not going anywhere, so that's a good sign. All right, display case back. Here's a bit of a better shot. All right, so a few other things. Number one, the crown is not a screw down crown, so you just pull it out. If you pull it out all the way, you can see that the seconds hands are still ticking, so it's of course not a hacking movement. But again, at this price point, I don't think many of us do expect a hacking movement. We do have a date functionality. If I just pull out the crown once, you can see that there is a quick set date, which is a nice touch. It is a little wobbly, but not too bad. The dial itself, pretty nice. Sunburst effect. It's certainly not the worst dial I've seen, and certainly doesn't look like a dial on a watch for only $20. We have the Tevise logo at 12 o'clock marking. It's not a 1,000 feet, 300 meters water resistance. It's actually 100 feet and 30 meter water resistance. So, of course, don't go swimming with this. Don't have it near water. perhaps washing dishes and things like that should be okay. Below the date, it's a superlative chronometer, not a superlative like the original should be. So I'm not sure what superlative is, but they put that on the dial. So yeah, not too bad, and it's a signed crown as well. I will do a full review for this watch. In the next few weeks, I will wear it on my wrist for 1 week straight. Yes, I will wear a $20 watch on my wrist for 1 week straight and give you some of the pros, some of the cons, and some of my thoughts on this watch. Subscribe to my channel if you're looking forward to that video. I release new videos every Friday. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and comment your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.